Quiznos.com. My name is Dan Bilek. I'm one of your 4 co-hosts, along with
Andrew Dewitt. Oh, God.
You're getting sloppy on those.
That was essential, Awuga.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ryan O'Neal here. Just hanging out, having a good time in Boner City. Boy,
Last but not least,
This is Ricardo Gomez. Just kidding, it's the Danis.
I thought we had a new member for a second.
I wasn't looking his direction. I thought another guy was in the room.
I thought Ricardo Gomez was here.
All the fans are like, oh, shit, I don't like the show anymore. Then they heard the Danis.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Then they realized that there's only one Hispanic, and that's Dan.
The mayor. I'm half Hispanic, yes, and
You're
I
Louis-
celebrate my heritage.
You're
every day.
Louis C.K. Hispanic.
Okay,
no
don't
one
be
knows.
that way.
You
Don't be
you
that
celebrate your heritage by hiding it.
I just don't look. I don't look Mexican. I'm sorry. I don't know when to wear a sombrero and fucking bandolier
Well, you could
bullets.
maybe get a little bit more Mexican-y looking since
Okay,
you look so white.
that's-
Get an L.A. tattoo on your neck.
Or maybe,
What about right under my eye?
or maybe
The
go
teardrop.
by the name of El Guapo or something.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Or when you say your name, say my name. Oh, hey, guys, my name is Daniel. My leg.
Daniel. Yeah, no.
Are you one of those guys when if you
Oh,
order at
Jesus
a Mexican restaurant, you get an item, like the accent comes
Never.
out for that one
I
time?
would never do
You're
that.
like,
you
That
don't
is
do
so disrespectful. You ever been at Taco Bell? I would like a quesadilla. You're like,
some
fuck
people,
you, asshole.
Some people do that.
Dude,
But
I
they
see
do-
the whitest motherfuckers in the world at Taco Bell ordering like that in L.A., and you're like, fucking just get
They're
stabbed.
like, can I have one burrito?
Yeah, and like it's more disrespectful.
Can I get
Like,
some habanero peppers?
my sister-in-law is like the nicest lady in the
gusta.
world. Great mother, great wife. Her husband and her kids are nice. But she went to UCLA and she has like a master's. She's very smart, very educated, very nice woman.
How are the
But
tits?
I'm not gonna. She's just a nice woman. I'm not gonna do
I
that.
think she has good
But
tits.
what drives me nuts is that she does like that. She likes to say funny little things like like shorten words and stuff like that. And sometimes at Spanish Mexican restaurants, I feel that she will like say the
Up her
Spanish
game.
word up her
Oh,
game.
yeah.
And I'm just like, let's just get margaritas and shut the. Let's not fucking do it because it's more
Can I get a
disrespectful.
margarita?
My dad had like a local fucking like alcoholic, like he used to like get wasted at noon. This place called Mario's in Huntington Beach. My dad drank there till he died. And he would get a like, hey, my amigo. Like it was more racist than just saying like not like Spanish.
I like the white people
it's
who throw out those 3 Spanish words they learned in
It's-
school, like
it's-
hola,
That's
amigo.
more. Hey, that's more.
I do that
that's
with my
more-
neighbor.
That's more racist than saying, "Hey, my filthy beaner friend." Mexicans would rather have you say, "Hey, my filthy beaner friend."
It's
'cause
condescending.
No,
you
that's
know-
not true because every Mexican
No,
I've done
no.
Spanish to goes, oh, your Spanish is very good.
They're being polite.
What do you say? Give
Like
us
when
a
we-
sample.
no.
I say estufa and I point to the stove.
No, they hate you. And if
Who do you like? You bring them in, like, hey,
they
neighbor,
can't-
come in.
No,
I
they hate your
say,
guts.
I say, como está usted, which is a nice way.
Nice
to say
usted,
it. Yeah,
formal, very nice.
formal and nice. People seem
You're
to be.
dong.
I say mucho gusto, mucho gusto.
You don't know
Like,
about
if they
Bradley.
say, if someone says something funny, I say, no madigas.
Do you ever say
You're a
Choco
dong.
Taco?
I do. I no, but that's funny that you bring that up. My buddy Nick got busted by his wife for having a porno tape called Choco Taco Express, and it was just.
What's with this busted?
Yeah, who's getting busted?
It
in
was
porno?
just a bunch of black Brazilian ladies who
But
were
why is-
eating each other's pussies. It was called
Why-
Choco Taco.
It's filthy and kind of racist.
Why can't he have porno? I disagree with this.
I don't like the women that control your porn intake.
Yeah, I don't
Ooh,
get that.
secret
Let's
dig.
not bring that up. DeWitt got very quiet.
That was not directed at anybody.
Any member of Butter
particular.
City. Nope.
Dan, are you allowed to?
My wife doesn't give a fuck. I think my wife's thing is like this, like, hey, I'm not going to let you do any of that horrible shit that you're watching in those videos. Get it out of your system and don't bring that to me. Like,
Well, I get to do the horrible shit.
Can I tell
well,
her-
then why? But I don't like. See, I would rather not do the horrible shit to her and get to watch whatever I want without getting fucking yelled at like a school marm
Can
who's
I-
telling me what I can beat off.
Can
all
I
a
tell
trust.
a
Tomato,
funny
tomato.
Dan Bilak story that I don't think you know that I know?
Oh,
Is this
God.
about Dan throwing out
Is
numbers
this from a-
every
is
time
this
he's
from a
mad
girl?
at you?
It's from somebody, yeah.
Is this from a girl?
But it's funny, though.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
tell it.
Can I sell you? Yeah, because I have so much more dirt on you.
No. It's not, this isn't
Like,
bad.
I'm married
It's
and my
not
life is
bad.
over.
It's
There's-
not bad. I think
okay,
it's funny.
Wait,
stupid.
at any point in this story, is it Dan reference at what time he was making T-shirts still in Orange County?
No.
Look at his face.
So this is
Pissed.
this is
You fucking assholes do none of the work for any of this stuff. I know I'm walking into this. I know you set me up, and you're looking at DeWitt. Like, when I went to the bathroom before we started taping, you planned this? Fuck you, and double fuck you, DeWitt.
No,
you little
Dan,
instigating piece of
Dan,
shit.
this is so unlike you. You're not
instigating piece of
throwing out
shit.
any numbers while you're yelling at us. You're not throwing out any
are a
numbers and
fucking-
figures.
Do I have to read a letter to calm everyone
None
down?
of this would exist if I didn't fucking work till like fucking 4 a.m. every night, you fucking cocksucking fuck.
All right, I'm gonna have
We
to
got
read a letter.
everyone get on the
You
Dan
re-
bull because
you-
we're riding
you
him.
retarded
You
fucking
stay on for 8
cousin
seconds.
fucking
We built
howdy
Boner
dookie
City.
motherfucker.
We built Boner
You
City
did
on
nothing.
Dan's
Hard
numbers. Built Boner City.
Dan's hard work. It's Dan's
I
hard
fucking-
work.
We built Boner City
Okay.
on Dan's hard work.
Can I tell my Dan story, which you're probably gonna get
That's
mad
a
at
song
now?
for
Come
you,
on,
Dan.
Dan. I'm
I'm looking
sorry.
for something to throw.
Here's a
Yeah.
funny
Sorry.
story.
Hey, are we recording
Yes.
first?
One episode. We didn't record for 10 minutes. Shut up.
I met a lovely lady
Okay.
online who knew Dan
So,
Bilak.
Danish is banging some chick my wife knew. Just long story short.
She said that I sound like I have a lisp on the podcast, but that I don't in real life, which kind of hurt my feelings.
That might be just audio compression.
Yeah. So anyway,
I said there's no way that it's audio
so
compression.
she worked
Shut up, Mr. fucking pot
I
stirrer. You
told
fucking
at the
dog.
time. She worked with your wife, and this is right when you were getting married.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah.
You didn't know her then, though.
No. And so she told me, because I was like, oh, yeah, I know Dan. So she said that Dan's wife was like, you guys were trying to get what you were going to wear to the wedding, and you're like, fuck it, I don't want to wear a tux. And your wife sent you an email of John F. Kennedy wearing a tuxedo. And she's like, Dan, I want you to look nice like this. And you sent back a picture of your balls.
I know where that was from.
When
yeah?
she told me that story, I was dying
She sent
laughing.
it. My
That's
fucking wife.
funny.
No, my wife wasn't. My wife sends me like funny pictures and shit all the time. And I'm always like, from her work account. And I'm always like, go back to work. You're gonna get fired when we out fucking selling hand jobs to make a living. And because I'm a romantic. She fucking was
Pretty
sending me
woman.
pictures all
How
week.
late
of, like,
would she stay up
I
selling
know.
those hand jobs? Like 3
No,
o'clock in the
At
morning?
4 a.m.
Dan sent a
It's like I
picture of
work.
his balls and the amount of time it took him to drive from Orange County back to L.A.
I hate you. Long story short, wife was sending me. She was sending like legitimate pictures, pictures.
Pissed off.
I'm ignoring
It's crazy.
you. You're an asshole. She would send me all these fucking pictures. I was at the Quiznos on Sunset La Brea waiting for my sandwich. I texted him and I had to ask for the key, which was attached to like a big gross ladle.
You had to
because
go
they
out of your
they
way
had
to
it
do
attached
this.
to something smaller and it got stolen. So I got this big ladle key, go in the bathroom with my shitty cell phone like 4 years ago, pull my balls out of my pants, take a picture and send it back and then go back and claim my
Were
food.
you imagine
Were you
how
angry?
heated he was? Oh, he must.
Were you angry, or were you like, it was like in good
I was
spirits?
so annoyed. It was like, fuck you. I didn't text it. I emailed it to her work account. I'm like, I hope a picture of my balls is in your email work account. And the IT guy fucking finds it and says, what is this? I'm like, those are my balls, sir, because my wife is wasting money on the corporate fucking dime.
I'll give you this.
Sending pictures of John F. Kennedy in a fucking tuxedo.
Dan, there's nothing better or more creative than a pissed off Dan Bilak.
Fuck you, man.
That's where your creativity thrives. When he's pissed, this guy will go through no lengths to do shit to
It's
annoy
true.
the person that annoys him.
Did you wear the tuxedo?
I wore a different tuxedo.
But the thing is, you have to back Dan into a corner by saying, "How was your day? What are the numbers like on the podcast?" Something that crosses the line.
But with his knowledge and creativity, he is a force to be reckoned with
I hate
if you
you
get
so
on his
much.
bad side.
I'm
telling
nothing
you.
but nice to you.
I know it. I'm giving you a
Didn't
compliment.
you just bring the t-shirt back that I gave you because you got in a fight with your brother-in-law, you idiot?
Yeah.
Trying to help your life and do a nice thing for
Well,
you, and you're
it's
just
not
such
my
a
fault.
socially retarded person.
I didn't get.
Let's talk ninja. Let's have some ninja
Let's,
talk.
as promised at the last episode of the Boner City,
Ninja talk.
It's ninja time.
Yeah. So
We really should have.
When I was a
we should
kid-
have had a sound clip prepared for that.
Well, I did it. Yeah.
So, DeWitt, I understand you were into ninja shit like I was when you were a kid.
Hi.
And
Jesus.
Jeff tells me that you wanted a grappling hook, but you didn't get one.
That's right.
And I had a grappling hook, and it almost killed
It
me.
was the same one though. That's
I-
great backstory because you guys
Okay.
are talking like the people
Yeah,
don't
you
know
gotta
the
give this.
backstory.
You gotta
So
lay
you
it
both
out.
liked a certain periodical, or what was it? You both looked
What
at?
magazine?
I looked in a museum replicas limited, which had like
I
an
had U.S.
offshoot.
Cavalry, but I went to
Offshoot of
Fetla's,
that.
a local trading post in my town, and I bought the grappling hook there.
So you both looked at the same similar catalog, the same grappling hook.
Well, no, I just
Andrew wanted it. You fucking
Oh,
bought
I got it.
They had a whole section in this catalog that was just ninja supplies. And I couldn't believe how amazing it
Were
was.
ninjas getting like resale numbers and like getting wholesale like?
Well,
You got to
did you-
think of the
swords and
80s.
shit?
Did you have the
Ninjas were huge in
Oh,
the
yeah,
80s.
Yeah.
The
American
Master,
Ninja?
that TV show, The Master.
Or
I
how about
love
American
fucking dude.
Ninja?
I didn't have any paraphernalia, but I
Four of them.
loved ninjas. Loved
Me
them.
too, man. I love
Who the
them so
fuck
much.
our age didn't love? Dude, I loved ninjas so much. When we were flying to Germany one year, I packed my suitcase with Chinese stars, and it got searched, and I was a little kid, and they confiscated 50% of my Chinese star
are the
supply.
worst
What were
weapon
the other
ever, though.
50% inside your body
No,
cavity?
I left the rest at home. I go, I'll probably only need this many Chinese stars in Germany. So I left the rest at home. So they confiscated like 8 or 9
But you
Chinese
can't even
stars.
do damage with them.
When I was
Yeah, you'll make a
break
guy
the
more
skin.
mad.
Yeah.
I like
You're like, oh fuck, ninja stars. I'm gonna
I like in
fucking
the
kill
movies
you.
when a guy would get hit with one and he would die. It was like it goes in about a half an inch.
They loved in the eye, like if you watch kind of
Yeah.
a harder R version.
now, when I was in elementary school, I loved ninjas
American
so much
Ninja was my
that
favorite.
one day I woke. I took karate too, just
For 2
because I
weeks.
loved. No, I took it for years. So
For years?
yeah,
How many years?
like 4 or 5 years.
And what belt did you get to?
I got to brown belt with a black stripe.
whatever, dude. You did not.
I knew that.
It is
pissed me
fucking.
off.
Oh, but you probably didn't get your black belt because you were a cheap fighter and you used to kick at people's feet. So
I know.
they'd look
I
down.
started taking foot. I was playing football. And I liked football more than I like karate.
Johnny fucking Heisman Trophy winner here.
But
What are you, somebody?
I had to choose between following the Olympic karate championship or the Heisman Trophy.
Are you some like somebody drunk like stepdad?
I don't
who's, like,
believe
like dream crushing
no,
stepdad.
I don't
What the
think
fuck
he
is
took
that?
it for 4 years.
so yeah. Well,
Need to
whatever.
be nice to each other, or else we have to write letters of apology.
I'm sorry,
A
Andrew.
children's karate class is not the most intense training that you could
true.
possibly get.
There's a lot
okay?
of coloring.
It's more like a Zumba
a lot
class.
of, lot of
It is.
coloring and Duck Duck Goose
We-
and
no.
balls.
Andrew, you no bring puffy paint in here.
We used to have to do the X-ray paper kicks, where you'd have to kick the X-ray paper and make it snap. You know,
What the fuck?
You
are
know,
you
Ryan,
talking
like you
about?
had in your
Where'd you
No.
do it in your fucking local doctor's office?
no, they used to
Well,
get.
Brian, hey, we found a bunch of X-ray papers. We're just going to use that today to kick.
Andrew, punch
They
the
had-
asbestos.
they had
Make it
hundreds-
snap, Andrew.
had-
Make it
they had
snap.
hundreds of sheets of X-ray.
Would it all be
paper.
broken legs so you pretend that you broke them?
Maybe I don't.
It was O'Neill's divoted ankle from the future.
So one day I woke up and I was like, all right, I'm gonna really try to be a ninja. Fuck this bullshit. I'm gonna really
Back
try.
then, like that was like a legit career aspiration
Yeah, it
when
was.
you were a kid.
And so I was like, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stop talking because ninjas are silent.
Oh, so you're gonna be like a monk ninja,
Yeah.
Shaolin.
So I made it all the way to music class.
Because all ninjas take music class. You fucking dog.
No,
in
and wait a
elementary
second.
school, Dan.
In Andrew's defense, I had my mom order me a book called like Ninja Secrets Revealed.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was all
talks about how you
can
be a ninja.
breathe and how you can do your breathing
Yes.
to make yourself disappear.
Yes.
and
Who
make
wrote
time.
it? I
Make
bet
time
the-
speed up and make time slow down.
I bet
And,
the author was like
how you
Michael
can-
Bernstein.
No, how you can actually make a man think that you're actually dead using breathing techniques so that he'll like check your pulse and
And
leave.
there was like practical advice, like a ninja blends in with his surroundings.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like.
But then there was a guy in a ninja outfit showing you. There was like pictures.
What's the name of this book?
I think it was like, I'll bring it in. I have it at home.
did they? It was now.
Is it signed?
It's a long. I also have my martial arts dictionary.
Now, am I?
It has every martial art.
Now,
ever
am
to
I
exist.
imagining this, or was this in the book? But I always thought that you could tell the time by how dilated a cat's pupil was, and that ninjas used
It's
to.
actually
look
the
into a
cat's
cat.
asshole. It's
I
the
don't know
cat's
if- yeah,
asshole.
It's how
about how
tight
the sun
it is
hits
on
it.
your dick.
So anyway, I was silent all the way to music class with Mrs. Trice. And
So this
then-
is
Check
one
out,
day.
Dan, Google like it's not Ninja's Secret. It's like Power of the Ninja or something.
I'm looking on Amazon.
It'll be a picture. It's like a shitty like 20-page book with a
First
ninja
thing
on
that
the
comes up
front
are, like,
cover.
Ninja
Turtle.
Real no. They're all Ninja Turtles comes up the first 3 entries.
Fruit Ninja Strategy Guide is not what we need.
Okay, keep telling your story.
Did you
I'll,
did you wear any sort of ninja apparel?
No,
mask?
because in the book it said ninjas aren't just about like their uniform or whatever. They would have to wear street clothes and blend
So
in.
go ahead and wear.
I never heard
go,
that.
Go ahead and wear
I never heard
sweatpants.
that.
So I wore like my regular thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna practice being totally silent, like just from now on. And then the Mrs. Trice called on me to like sing along, like for some song or whatever.
Do the scales.
And I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even look at her. And she was like, Andrew, you have to do this.
Did you write on a paper, I'm a ninja now?
Did you say you can't see me, bitch?
No, I just didn't respond at all.
You controlled your breathing.
And she's like, what? She's like, what?
She's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Everyone's looking at
You threw
me.
a smoke bomb and you appeared on the other
I
side
had
of the room.
smoke bombs in a pouch, and I would carry them around.
I made my own
But they
smoke
won't-
bombs at
Wait,
home,
where do you?
dude.
I always try to find smoke bombs, or like
I
on
used
the
a fireworks smoke bomb, so you'd have to light it and
Oh,
wait.
wait,
And then
blue
you'd
or green or yellow
No, you'd
smoke,
light it
depending on
behind your
which one.
back, and you'd wait. Then it would start smoking. Then you'd throw it.
Is that what you did on the ski jump?
then
You had
it-
them on your back.
You know, they used to make smoke bombs that were long cylinders, and
Yeah.
those were the fucking best.
That's
those
not what I
things.
had.
How did you
were
make your own?
powerful?
You had
I
your
made
dad
my-
smoke next to you a cigar.
Your dad's smoking a
I
cigarette.
made mine out of those. There was this type of mushroom that grew in Virginia. That
Oh,
if
I
you
know those. You step on
You
them.
step on it and it would puff out, and I get
It
a
would
whole
puff
bu-
out like a little tiny bit.
Tiny.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
get a
too.
whole
You'd
bunch.
have to
of
harvest like 800.
I get a whole bunch of them in a bag. And
Drop a bowling ball on
I
it.
throw them on the ground.
Let's talk what kind of gear you had, okay?
Okay, let's talk about that. Well, anyway, I got sent to the principal's office because I wouldn't.
And you're like, look, man.
I wouldn't-
What are we in school
I
for?
wouldn't
For a
sing.
career.
And
I'm
then-
trying to be a ninja.
Not only that, I was supposed to play a ninja toy in the Christmas play, like a ninja action figure.
You thought it was tacky?
And the principal went to my second grade teacher and said he's been trying to be a ninja. He won't talk. He won't talk. He won't talk.
He's been trying to be a ninja.
He won't talk.
This asshole's been trying to be a ninja. He needs
And
to
I
be
had,
punished.
he opened up my backpack and I had my ninja outfit in my backpack. I had brought it to school.
Well, like
with me.
Superman, in case he had to change in a fucking
Okay,
phone
no, in
booth?
case he ran into that Batman.
So anyway, my second grade teacher pulled me off of being a ninja action figure.
What did you get to be?
I was announcer, so I got to come out in the Christmas play and go, "Welcome to Robius Elementary School's Christmas play. We hope you enjoy this."
Dressed as
production."
a
I wanted to be a ninja.
I was so mad. I was crying. I was so angry. And I remember thinking to myself, a ninja doesn't show his emotions. And I was like trying to stop myself from crying.
Jesus. Now,
Anyway.
he was pretending I was a real fucking ninja.
Tell-
Here's what I had.
Tell the grappling hook story right
well,
off the bat.
okay, so the grappling hook, when I got it, I go, I can't wait to use this.
Did you
And
mail
they're-
away for it or buy it in person?
No, we went to Fetla's, the trading post in my town. They had everything.
What is it, trade like an army surplus store?
It's like that, but it also
Native
had like
American furs.
it had
like a
expired.
Fedco?
It had expired canned goods, and it also had
Health.
like the county's largest
after
gun
pills.
sales.
So like an army surplus.
but you could buy
slash-
rafts, tents. You could also buy hardware shit and guns,
Meats.
and it was the filthiest,
Hey,
dirtiest place.
Can you get any product with a Confederate flag on there?
Oh, yeah.
every product.
Free with every purchase.
Did Zed and the Gimp work at the store?
This was like that sort of style. You could buy a go-kart
Zed's
and
dead.
a go-kart, expired can of beans,
Clan robes.
and you could buy like a dress for your wife there,
What?
Is this
How
like
big was
and
this
an
place?
AK-47.
How
It was
big-
huge.
Like is
it
indoor,
doesn't
like,
exist.
Like indoor swap meet
Google
style?
Fetla's Valparaiso, and you'll see what this fucking place looks like.
What is there a history?
There's canoes
website?
out. Oh,
No,
it was huge. It was
The,
great.
the dress you could get for your wife, was it a dress made out of Spuds McKenzie t-shirts?
It was a co-ed naked dress.
Yeah, it was a Big Johnson
It was a
dress.
Big Johnson dress.
It came with a Six or a Budweiser. So you got the
There it
grappling.
is. It's done now.
Oh, they had a gun range too.
I think they did in
In
the back.
the store!
We
In
didn't
the
read-
store! You could shoot the
Well,
gun
yeah,
you
you're gonna
bought.
buy a gun. You want to try it out.
I heard they had to hold up their arm.
Oh, and then you
hold your
also-
fire. A man's walking to the bathroom across the gun.
Whenever you kill a deer, they also had a weigh station there, so you
that's
could
cool.
weigh it. If you
Could
didn't
you
have your own.
did you taxidermy, or was there probably a
So-
guy there?
What if your wife was real fat?
No,
Could
but they
you
would
weigh her?
tag it for you and stuff.
Okay.
If it was sad when it
Oh,
closed.
it went out of business
after
in 07.
years. I know.
Did it close? It closed when Deadwood started coming on because people didn't need it anymore. You could just watch the show Deadwood.
All right, so when I got the
Oh
grappling
shit!
hook,
It was a listed defendant sued by
yeah, I think
in
that's what it
1999
was.
alleged gun shit. All right.
Uh-oh.
Bankruptcy in 04 and closed in 07.
It was sad. It was open for, how long it was open for? It must have been open for like 30 or 40 years.
Founded in, dude, longer than that, 1915 is when it was founded.
Oh,
Jeez,
what?
that's a national treasure.
Lewis and Clark founded it.
I just knew my old man loved to go there and buy guns.
You know, I didn't know that the Duke boys were alive in 1950.
Your wife needs some Days of Dukes.
Was
Come
there-
on
yeah.
down to Fettless.
Was there a narrator that would like talk every time you jump your car into the parking lot?
How were
Those O'Neill boys look like they're in some trouble in Valparaiso, but y'all stick around after the commercials.
what were the local commercials like for Fettless?
You know, Fettless didn't get commercials until
Lot
like
of
right
ban-
before I moved.
A lot of
But it was
banjo
like, come on
music.
down to Fettless.
A lot of banjo
You
music.
mean they weren't showing them in 1915?
No, like they didn't. They did do commercials briefly for a brief amount of time, like those local, like MTV has the local commercials. It was like that.
So you bought this grappling hook.
So I get it home. I'm excited
Fettless.
to use it in the woods behind my house. So I get a rope and I buy it and I connect it. So I decide I'm gonna fucking throw it up at a branch real high. So I get it
instantly
swinging.
climb the tree.
I get it swinging. Throw it up there. It doesn't connect to the branch. It comes flying down and strikes me in the head.
You'll
Man.
see your high out
And
Christmas story.
I'm all dizzy walking around, but I didn't want to tell my mom because it was
Get
like
hit with an iron claw.
it
in
was
your
like
face.
the you'll shoot your eye out
you
type
didn't-
thing.
You didn't try again?
No, I did later, but
Fucking
I was
quitter.
so dazed that I was like stumbling around. I was like,
All the
oh
blood
god.
loss?
This was the Frank Drebin Ninja Academy.
But here was in my arsenal of ninja gear.
Okay.
Grappling hook, Chinese stars, throwing knives. I had
Butterfly
a rope
knife?
ladder.
Wait,
I had a
butterfly
rope
knife?
ladder. What's that?
Butterfly knife?
I didn't get a butterfly knife till later.
Rope ladders are hard to climb.
They're terrible.
Sway.
You have to climb
They
them
had
like
them in amusement
sideways.
parks to try and climb the little kids climb
terrible.
over
And every
the
time you grab one, your legs are like swinging you out like in front of you.
Okay, keep going.
And then I also had tree climbing spikes, like loggers use.
Crampons.
And then is that what they're called?
Yeah.
And
That
then you
word's
have
too
this
similar
strap.
to tampon.
feet and hands or just feet?
No,
Or
I didn't
hands?
have the claw hands. I always wanted, but I didn't.
That's what
I got
I
out of
wanted, too.
ninjas before I ended up getting that. I lost my enthusiasm for ninjas but I wanted those bad.
Oh, it grew out of it.
But
Oh, well,
instead,
you fell in love with
I had-
vandalism. That's why.
I used to climb trees all the fucking time with these things, and I had the strap that would go around,
like a
so
guy,
you could lean
like
back.
a guy that worked for Pac Bell.
yeah.
And I would climb trees. And my dad would always tell me stories. He'd be like, I knew a guy, he used those to climb trees, and he slipped. He raked his face down this whole tree like 30, 40 feet.
I'll show you, Dad. I'm going to climb the tallest tree.
So he'd be like, so he said like the
Jim
guy's
Valpo.
chest and face was just completely shredded because he put one of the spikes in, but he didn't go in deep enough, and it slipped. He just raked down this tree. But that,
Probably,
but that
probably
didn't,
got some nasty splinters.
that
too.
didn't stop me. But I would climb some high fucking
How
trees
high?
with this.
Come on, no lie. How
I
high?
had trees at our farm that were really high. I'd go 30, 40 feet on them, man.
There goes old Ninja O'Neill up the
Okay,
tree.
man. A year and a half out of the game, you're still able to get 30 or 40 feet up that tree, bro.
Well, last time when I was home, I would look for those tree spikes. I couldn't
Now,
find them.
I wasn't allowed
But I
to
would
have
like to
any
get
of
some
that
new
shit.
ones.
Why? What was the reason,
Did you ever
Tacky?
draw pictures
It
of it?
wasn't just
It's not classy to climb trees.
It was
dude.
dangerous. It was my mom considered it dangerous.
It was dangerous.
So my dad made a deal with us. He was like, "I'll make you guys nunchucks."
Oh boy! What
I
was
also
it?
had nunchucks.
What was it? Candles that were still attached at the wick.
He went out to, or those would work. He went out into the woods, and we each selected like a sapling for him to cut down.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
depressing.
And then he
This
made,
is like a homemade baseball bat.
yeah.
Yeah, like
This is the natural.
Wonder Boy without the lightning.
I'm
So-
picturing two like real pussy sticks that like a whip. You know, when you swing them, it's like
Why wouldn't he just save his fucking time and buy you some goddamn nunchucks with padding on them?
because
he
made
clearly
them.
wanted the kids to have them. Andrew's mother didn't,
mom
so
wouldn't.
he's like, guys, let's
Dude,
here.
Andrew beating off the porn to his wife was like Andrew having a sword to Andrew's dad to his mom.
Did those
She didn't-
homemade
she didn't want
nunchucks
them.
end up
Yeah,
in your jerk-off cabinet? Did you try to beat your
No,
fucking dick with them?
Trying to put his dick
Did
between
you
them.
squeeze
fuck
your
him.
dick between them and just...
He did dick asphyxiation. He would choke it out.
No, I didn't. Although, my brother brought his to school one time. He got his when he was in kindergarten. I think I was in 3rd grade when I got my.
So your dad took what, 2 sticks or?
Yeah, 2 sticks, and then he bolted them together with like
took-
a little chain that he had in his workshop or
What
whatever.
disgusted O'Neill is. It's just
Use like some dead bark and just duct tape them together.
No, but they really worked. They
Well,
were really nice.
couldn't someone just snap
Did
them
he
in
They're
half?
nice. They'd have a ball bearing in
Did
the top
he
or like some
sand
kind of
them?
joint.
Huh?
Did he sand them?
I wanted mine raw finished. He sanded my brother's.
But they weren't completely straight.
DeWitt would get
They
sap
were like
on his
jet.
They were really straight saplings, so they looked great. man.
Saplings?
They
How,
looked really great.
how thick? Show us with your hand the thickness.
Probably this thick. Mine was this
A
thick, and my
dime?
brother's
As
was
thick
like
as a dime or a nickel?
He's showing almost like a penis.
And how heavy?
A penis girth almost.
How heavy?
Whose penis?
not heavy at all.
Mine.
Not heavy at all. That's your problem. The nunchuck is a weighted utensil. It needs to
Oh,
have,
God.
It needs
Old
to have some
Sensei
weight
O'Neill
for it
here
to get
weighs
the
in.
power, man.
Bring in the ninja encyclopedia.
You can hit a guy with your sapling. He's just going
By
to
the
piss
way,
him off.
Well,
we're currently
my
working
brother
on a
did.
T-shirt
My
of
brother-
O'Neill
Hit a guy?
in
No,
karate
my
gear.
brother
It's gonna
brought
be great.
his in his backpack on the bus once, and this older girl was making fun of him, and I saw he had his nunchucks in there, and he looked at me. I gave him like a nod.
Yes.
And he pulled out the nunchucks, and this girl was in 5th grade. He was in kindergarten. He whooped the fuck out of her on the bus with
What?
a pair of fucking wooden nunchucks.
Well, no wonder your dad doesn't buy you nice shit.
I'd never seen something like that before. And then I was the one who got in trouble because my brother told the principal that I told him to do it.
And then he's like,
they came
old
to-
DeWitt's trying to be a ninja again, isn't he?
Wait,
They came to see me about it.
can I tell a side bus story real quick?
Absolutely.
Wait, can I ask one ninja question before you decide my story?
Yeah.
Neither of them are fucking ninjas, dude.
No, but this is a movie ninja question.
I'll
In the
allow it.
80s, in the 80s, I had a family friend who was allowed to really watch whatever they wanted. I was over their house, and we got this ninja movie. And in the ninja movie, there's a love scene where the guy pours V8 fucking tomato juice on this woman's tits and licked them off. Is anyone in here familiar with that?
What?
Was it on Showtime?
Is it like
I
a
don't know.
porno?
Was the ninja Asian, but the lady
No,
was
both
white?
white.
All right, if you're listening to this podcast, you remember that movie, either tweet at us at Dorksplosion or Facebook.
I think it was.
Leave us a comment. Let us
Don't
know what
be
it
a
was.
menace to South Central.
While you're being a ninja in the hood.
Help us solve this riddle. Tweet at us or
It's
leave us a
plagued me
Facebook
for
message.
years.
Or email us at the contact form on
Yeah, if you know,
dorksplosion.com.
please tell me.
Because it's torturing.
I could have made it up. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't exist.
But someone will know.
Yeah,
I don't know,
someone's
man.
probably beat off to it like you did.
Now-
My dad made us tons of wooden weapons when we were kids. He was totally into
He ruined
it.
you doing that.
How's that ruining?
No wonder you got
He
into
never
sword
got
play.
you real weapons, dude.
He made a
What kid's dad is getting him a real fucking sword?
I
you
think we know
asshole?
the answer to that.
Dude, we had guns and shit when
we
I
had
was young.
guns too. We had guns too, man.
How are guns not tacky, but like...
My dad kind of insisted that it was part
What kind of
Southern
guns?
culture.
BB guns?
No,
Oh, then
gun
why
guns.
is he making you wooden nunchucks?
Southern
Because I guess he figured why go buy a pair of shitty nunchucks when he can craft a pair of wooden nunchucks.
That's what he
for his
told you to
sons.
make you feel like these
No,
saplings were
he made us
unbelievable.
boomerangs. He made us kick-ass boomerangs, and they went back to us. Like we would try them out in the yard.
Was your dad the fucking crocodile hunter?
He made us wooden fencing swords and set up these targets for us where we could thrust at them. You know,
O'Neill's
like
shaking his
out in the-
head.
Is your old man like training you as like the DeWitt militia? Like, what is the point of all this?
Yeah, the DeWitt militia, that first fight they get in will all die because he's use your sapling nunchucks and your wooden fencing thing.
Andrew,
Killed
use
by
your
the O'Neills with their Chinese stars.
Yeah, we'd
grappling
fucking
hooks.
just mow you down with our fully automatic Mac 11 with a silencer.
Andrew used the balsam wood boomerang.
It was probably balsa wood. But the thing is, I guess it's because my dad liked making stuff and then like making weapons for like.
I think it's cute, but
his
I'd be
kids
disappointed
was
if I were a
fun.
kid. My dad handed me this. I'd be like,
I was
Really?
never disappointed by a wooden sword my dad had sanded and made for me.
well, I
was
guess
like,
we had two.
This is fucking awesome.
I guess we had two
you know?
different fathers. I would be disappointed because I'd be, wait,
Well, I guess the
Wait,
why don't you just pick it up on your way back from the bar?
Where's Uncle
while you
Mooney
pick
to
up a fucking real sword?
Where's Uncle Mooney to drive me on his motorcycle at 800 miles an hour?
I guess the reason that I'm such a pussy is because my parents loved me so much.
You're goddamn.
You
That's
fucking
exactly
loser.
right.
You fucking loser.
Great
Parents will love
t-shirt.
Let
you.
me tell a quick side story about the school bus and when everyone almost died.
This is gonna end in crime.
No, this is an innocent thing. I was in first grade and I was riding.
I think you may have told this.
Yeah, did I tell?
No,
I
not on the
told you
podcast.
guys.
You told us on the podcast.
So I ride the bus home with my brother and sister who are both in the same grade and they're like a few years older than me.
Irish twins.
And I brought this new ball I'd gotten from Germany because I think his summer vacation was just over, and I had this green. It was like a gummy ball.
Oh,
it was
it
big
was,
and squishy.
It was a Jew blood ball. A lot of those in
Yeah.
Germany.
The texture was
Filled with
unique.
the blood of the unbelievers. Nice.
The texture was was unique because it was made out of Jew skin.
Yeah, so
They're like, wow, this
like
is...
all the lampshades at your hotel.
Yeah. So.
Danish is crying right now.
on the inside.
So I brought the ball out, and I was just kind of playing with it, and I was sitting in the back of the bus, and next thing you know, it drops, and it disappears. It rolls away. So I'm heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'm like, I lost my fucking ball, but I'm too embarrassed to ask anybody.
I know what happened.
So next thing you know, we're driving,
fuck.
and I see
I know where that ball is. Dude.
I see this lady blow through a stop sign at a busy
Yeah.
intersection,
Yep.
and I go, oh, that's weird. And finally, we come to a stop.
Screeching halt.
Pull over to the side of the road, and the bus driver stands up.
Did she get on the PA?
No, she stands
she
up.
She didn't need it, dude.
And it's the front of the bus, and it holds up this ball and goes, whose ball is this? Because this almost killed all of us. And my sister goes, isn't that your ball? I go, I've never seen that ball in my life. And I just said, you know what? I love that ball, but I'm going to lose it to this fucking thing because I'm not admitting that this thing rolled under the brake pedal and she couldn't fucking stop.
Did you ever, speaking of awful car stories, what was, you promised a story, you never told it when you flattened all the tires. You told about the strippers, but did a school dance you flattened all the tires?
Prom.
It was homecoming.
Explain that.
You,
was
you,
cold.
you have a lot of homecoming problems. You always say homecoming.
Did
It
you
was
want to be in the
cold.
homecoming court and they
It was-
never
no,
voted
it
for
was
you?
either
Or
that-
like you never got.
it was either
you're like
that
a
or
male carry. They're lucky these
Well,
kids all live.
all this shit happens when it starts getting cold. I think it was the Christmas dance because it was really cold outside
Okay.
because we had to hide under the cars where people would walk by.
Was it like Cape Fear? You had like a belt onto the fucking...
No, people were like walking by and then they were stopped and talking and we're sitting under these cars.
Why wouldn't you just
waiting
go to the
for them
dance
go.
and try and
Were you
fuck
in-
somebody?
were you in a
idiot?
suit?
No, I was not at the
ninja
dance.
suit. He was in a ninja outfit.
Actually, the sad thing is, I think I was a year out of high school. And I was dating a girl who was a year younger than me, and she may have
Dazed
gone
and
to the
confused,
dance. or
man. What
something.
the fuck?
Oh, you know what? There was like a girl.
These car wheels keep on staying
Yeah,
the
there was
same
something
age.
happened. It involved a couple of people that I didn't like there, so
The whole school.
but we didn't know whose car they were, so we go, you know what? So me and a couple of buddies, all the cars would park out in front of the high school while everyone was in at the dance. So we decided to let the air out of as many tires as we could. But we just do two because so you
car?
couldn't use a spare.
Oh, two per car.
But
yeah.
we didn't slice them. We would sit there with
Push
a fucking
pen
with our
tap or
key.
something? Okay.
I wish we had. Now they make those things that you just push on it and you push a button, it lets it out. We're using our key. So it's a long process and it's very loud. So every time someone walked by, we'd have to fucking scurry under the car and just hide. You see people walking by. So we let the air out of all these fucking tires. Finally,
How
we
many-
spent like 40 minutes.
How many tires would
How
you
many
say?
cars each?
I would say it was probably like 8 or 9 cars at
Each
least.
or total?
Like total 8 or 9, not 8 or 9 tires, 8 or 9 cars.
Okay.
Two tires
Had
a
it. So
car.
it's
16
a lengthy
tires?
process. So then we hid in the golf course that was adjacent to the parking lot. But we waited for so long, and then we're like, this dance probably just got started, and people are going to be coming out for a while. And then some asshole came out and was like,
Some
he
asshole.
may have seen us doing it.
What an
so
asshole.
We got in our car and took off, and this asshole started chasing us. But you never chase O'Neill. Car chases are my specialty.
Yeah,
What does that
that's a
mean?
perfect.
At 15,
that's a-
at 15.
that's
No,
a perfect segue.
I was like
Oh,
19.
No, that is a perfect segue.
perfect segue.
Danish
into
sold you out, dude.
recent O'Neill car chase
Oh,
story.
well, we'll get that. So finish off the story.
About ninjas?
We finally say, fuck it, whatever. We go to Taco Bell, do some other shit, smoke some weed, then drive back by.
School night shit.
We drive back by later, and
Valparaiso.
there's like 5 tow trucks and all these kids in their nice outfits. There's like 5 tow
I
trucks.
mean, so you let the air
loading.
like all the way out.
Yeah, we flattened them. So
So
but
like,
and
they
then
could- not undrivable conditions.
but that
Yeah. Well, 2 tires each.
2
is a
tires.
spare,
You
they
can't
do
use
it.
it.
I know,
fair.
but like flat. Like I was picturing like almost like a bike tire with like a little less
No,
air.
like
but
on the
they were
rim of the
down.
You're
That's
talking-
why it took like 40 minutes. So we're smart though. So if we do a crime,
you guys are fucking
If we-
genius.
if
the
we-
valedictorian was with them.
if we do a crime,
I think that's on the Mensa test, actually. Like,
Poet laureate
well,
of
if you're
Indiana was driving him
If you're
around.
19 and letting air out of the tires at a high school dance,
How long will it take for all the air? And what would the pressure be?
that's the answer. That's the question you have to answer to get into Mensa.
Yeah.
I heard you have to do it. They
Valparaiso chapter.
flatten all the cars on this 18-wheeler.
you could apply for the Mensa test at Fetla's. The training club. So then we if we're gonna do something bad, we usually go away like on a Saturday and spend the weekend at a college with one of our friends. So we did that, and I called my mom.
They're on the lam.
I
dude.
called my mom.
You
to,
have
like,
fucking safe houses?
I called my mom, and then my mom said Saturday the cops had come by my house to question me.
Fucking
Usual
idiot.
suspects. Round them up.
She goes, "What the fuck
Guys
did you
are so
do?"
say over here.
Round them up.
She goes, "What did
Where's
you do?"
O'Neill?
But they never came back by. So,
You were Bart Simpson of your town.
so the story you're referring to, I used to be.
Horrible Bart
Okay,
Simpson.
wait, let's hear
I
it.
used to be a big speed demon. I would
like
love
literally
to
on
speed.
speed.
No, I would love to, like, my friends, a lot of guys.
Oh, driving.
Would have, their parents would have sports cars. Like, my buddy's dad had, like, a 911.
And they would
we used to take
you,
out.
You were the guy
They let me
drive.
drive because they would want me to top it out, see how fast it go.
You're like the valet driver in Ferris Bueller's.
Well, when I valeted, I took Andre 3000's Ferrari 360. Do you remember that story?
No.
In L.A. or Indiana?
No, in L.A. When I first moved out
I
here.
don't think Andre 3000 goes to Indiana ever.
They
when
wouldn't
I
allow
first
them there.
when I first moved out here,
Uh-huh.
I was valeting and I did this party. It was like a full house.
Why didn't you keep
Bob
that
Saget
job?
was there.
Didn't
and
that job
shit.
pay better than the jobs you've had?
No, that was a shit job.
Okay.
I was a supervisor, and
Okay.
it was too much shit. Okay,
Too much
so
pressure.
at the time, I was a supervisor, and then he pulls up. Andre 3000 had this silver Ferrari 360, and I was like, "Well, maybe I should park this." And we had to park it way up in the Hollywood Hills. So I was like, all right. So we go down this long driveway, and then I'm just fucking juicing it. But it's paddle shifter, and I've never driven a paddle shifter. So I don't know if you have to let off the gas to shift or whatever. But all I know is
You're grinding the
after
fuck out of
like
his
driving
transmission.
it for like 15 minutes just on fire, I park it, and it smells like the worst burnt fucking clutch in the world. And when I finally get back, because then you have to have someone pick you up because we had to park so
Yeah.
far away. And everyone's like, dude, I saw you driving that fucking Ferrari. You were fucking on it. We get back. Some guy from his entourage goes, where the fuck is Andre's Ferrari? We wanted it parked up front. So someone's like, well, he parked it. I go, oh, fuck.
So O'Neill said, I'm sorry, 3000.
So
I am for real.
I take this guy to the Ferrari, and he
Never meant
drop
to
him off,
burn your clutch.
and he goes, what the fuck smells, man? Someone burned this fucking clutch. And I go, I don't know, man. Who knows?
And you drove
Who
it.
knows? Who knows?
So that was the
Worst defense.
Andre. So anyway,
So that's your history as a
So,
speed demon.
so
It's like,
Andre
idiot.
3000, if you're out there, send those nude pics to O'Neill
the ass kicker at yahoo.com.
Also, maybe tack on a bill for $300,000 worth of Ferrari clutch.
and if your clutch really did go out, it was all a joke. I made it all up.
Never really happened.
Andre.
You imagine
Whatever.
it.
You
That
know what?
guy, he probably got
Man,
rid of the
fuck
fucking
that guy.
car.
He's got 50 Ferraris.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 49 because Ryan ruined one.
So I put my speeding days behind me because I had been pulled over so much
You once
that
lost your license.
I
right?
did have my license taken away for a little bit.
Just
And then,
from points on
in
speeding?
Indiana
yeah.
or
and
here?
then one
Indiana.
time, at one point, I was driving the world's shittiest Toyota Corolla, and I was paying $250 a month for minimum coverage because my insurance rates were so high. And I was in my mid to late 20s. So I had to put my speeding days behind me.
Yes, get a new hobby, bro.
But recently, I decided it was
Dust off the
come back.
gloves.
Oh, only been out of the game a few years.
Dust off his leather driving
It was
gloves,
late at night, and it was on the 2 freeway.
which
And
everyone knows.
if there's cops listening, this happened to a friend of mine. So a friend of
Idiot.
mine, right where the 2 starts,
this is like
in
that friend
Silver
who
Lake.
fucked the hooker in Amsterdam.
There's
With your
no
friend's dick.
there's no on ramps. It's just a solid shot until you get to Eagle Rock. So if there's no cops behind you entering the highway, then you're free and clear. And there was this BMW and this Toyota that were juicing it, and they thought they were hard asses.
And wait, what are you driving?
And I'm
at this
driving a
point?
Mazda 2. I go, fuck these fuckers.
Not even a Mazda 3.
So, but if you build the momentum with that stick, I could outtake you on balls. So these guys thought they'd be cool.
I can outtake you on balls.
Yeah, and
that doesn't even
what does
make
that
any
mean?
fucking sense.
All I have in this
And
world
you can
are
build.
balls
Okay,
and
listen.
my
And you can
word.
build momentum with that stick. Speak
Okay, listen.
English, motherfucker.
The
Indiana
Mazda
race
2
stock.
is a very slow car, but
And it's shitty too, right?
really, you can beat a lot of people if you're just willing to go way faster.
Take
than
it to that O'Neill ski jump level.
So
dude.
I think the car only goes about 120. So I'm doing 110
The
and
right
I blow
way, the wrong
past all
way.
these fucking guys, and I,
The O'Neill way.
and so all of a sudden, above my car, there's this very shaky, bright light.
Was it Jesus?
It looked like
Or a
aliens,
UFO?
but it
Oh,
wasn't.
it was a UFO,
It
huh?
was the police chopper. And all of a sudden, I go,
Did you have the music from Drive on in your CD player?
No.
Your sateen scorpion jacket, you fucking idiot.
I go, you know what? I even told myself, I go, you're such a fucking idiot. You said you were going to put this behind you.
can't.
Now you're going to have to deal with
Can't
this
drop
shit.
the stick, bro.
I mean, there was a point where I had a lawyer in West Virginia fighting a fucking case for me.
The only guy that would defend him.
So I
people
go,
that defended the
this
family
is
from
the
the
stupid.
winter's bone.
So I'm doing 110 in a 65, and the police helicopter's on top of me. So I just go, I'm fucking done. I slowed down to 65, and it followed me. And then I started to get on to an on-ramp or an exit ramp to go home. I go, well, I'm done. And next thing I know, the fucking thing just took off. And
You're
I
lucky
drove
Gang members
home.
must have shot up in elementary school or something.
I
so
drove
you walked
home
out.
and I parked my car like far away, and I then strolled around the block a lot to see if the cops would show up. Like maybe they got my license plate or something, but well, my friend's license plate.
Jesus Christ, this is how
You're the worst
confessions.
fucking person.
When
with
you try to
this.
cover your confessions, it never works.
I don't know. Is there a legality on this? Because it was in kilometers. Anyway, it was.
Fucking idiot.
Such an idiot. You can't even say it right.
He sent me the best email that night. It was like the most rattled like email. It was like, I'm so dumb. I don't know what I was like, but he was still kind of scared.
Wait,
like,
is there a legality involved in this?
no
No, there's a statute of limitations, I think, for your friend.
of 3 weeks?
This happened. This happened years ago.
This was in the
and
80s.
he's dead now.
It's when the Mazda 2 was brand new.
This happened to Mooney.
It wasn't a Mazda 2.
Dealer.
It was now whatever.
Was it
You
a-
know what?
I love when you get all this suspended like 30, and you're like, ah,
Was
fuck
it a Chrysler Plymouth Voyager?
It was a Chrysler LeBaron convertible.
If you saw O'Neill driving that day, email O'Neill the ass kicker.
no, but you see guys that admit to shit on Facebook, and then the cops show up at their house.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a speeding ticket.
It's
It's
a-
not,
Oh, it's a speeding ticket. Anyway,
they're not coming.
I don't
for
even
ya.
know how fast I was going. I was
going-
probably going 70
Probably
in a
65 and a half.
And
probably.
I'm just embellishing to make it sound
Just
better.
jokes.
Cops.
Just for fun time.
Yeah, that
DeWitt
was
went
like-
48 once
No,
in the
no.
45.
No, I
DeWitt
mean,
has never gone over 45 miles an
just-
hour in
and
a
his
car
parents
ever.
found out he was grounded for 6 years.
And this is 2 months ago.
Just for-
Dan has told me you're a slow driver. Is that
He
true?
drives 10 miles below the speed limit everywhere,
true?
including the freeway.
it is true.
Maddening.
It's
What lane
It
do you
is
drive on the
maddening.
highway? Far right?
far right.
Far right. In
But
He's a fucking pussy.
That's only true for Los Angeles.
Oh, for everywhere.
When I'm out, you can ask my wife. When I'm out other places, I drive like
You live in
everybody
Los
else.
Angeles, asshole, so you're
But
always
when I'm on a
driving
car trip, I
Why? What
You
about
open it up to 65. And
What
like,
about-
fucking-
just go what speed everyone
what
else
about the
goes.
LA freeways? Got you spooked?
I saw a car roll over when I first moved to LA.
from going too slow?
But couldn't that car have been anywhere?
was it a Plymouth Voyager?
No, it was an SUV, but then the guy got out, and I never had seen this before. He got out and he
was on fire?
He took off running into the woods because he was wasted, I guess. And my buddy Tony was with me.
he may have been a werewolf.
My buddy Tony was.
He might have saved your life by running away.
This was also after I did my worst stand-up comedy show ever at a
bar.
club, at that club that Tony worked at.
Yeah, at a bar.
where they had paused.
Medieval times.
No, they paused the music to "This Is How We Do It" on karaoke, and they gave me the karaoke mic.
And so this dude's the bomb. Listen to it.
Were your jokes coming up on the screen?
My buddy Tony was like, "They're gonna pay you so much money, dude. This is a corporate event, dog. You can get paid off the ass on this." And so I got up there, and they were like, "All right, guys, we're about to do the raffle to see who won the prizes, but before we do the raffle, Tony's friend wants to tell some jokes." It's like the worst intro
so
ever.
fucking
And then they
sad.
hand the thing, and Tony's been practicing my intro like over and over again. He's like, "Dude, I'm gonna intro you. Everyone's gonna fucking love you." And he's like, "This guy is best." A Showtime at the Apollo. Never had that credit. Never had that credit for Showtime at the Apollo.
Plus, you're like just a regular
Yeah,
white
yeah.
guy.
Wait, you told me you were out of Showtime at the Apollo.
No, I did the Apollo in Chicago, which is different. And then he goes, he's been on MySpace.
Why
Is he sounding like a
Why did he sound
retard?
retarded? Did
He's
he-
super drunk. He's
Oh.
super drunk. And then he goes, "All right, everybody, give it up for my friend." Doesn't say my name. Doesn't say my name.
What was the event?
It was a New Year's Eve
work party for the shitty
yeah.
restaurant nightclub.
How many people were there?
There are hundreds of people there.
What
Waiting and loving karaoke.
Why did you think this would be a good idea?
Because he told me, he's like, you're going to get so much money, dude, so much exposure. Everyone, like, this is going to be the thing. And I was like,
this is going to be the greatest Shakey's pizza night ever.
And, like, I hadn't done a lot of stand-up in Los Angeles, so I was like, well, I better do it, you know.
Yeah, get your legs under you.
So I was standing, like, on the dance floor, and the people who were watching me were just standing eye level with me, staring at me, which is a weird way to do it. And these drunk girls would keep coming up because I was right by the bathroom.
Karaoke!
And they would walk. This drunk girl kept walking up to take a piss. She walked up and she got into the microphone. And she goes, "Yeah, I just want to say that you're funny." And then she would and then she walked into the bathroom, took a piss, comes back out, and she's like, I just want you to know that you're funny," like right into the microphone or whatever. No one was listening. I was like shouting.
Did you get any laughs?
I tell stories too, so like it was just
God.
impossible. I was screaming my stories at the top of my lungs, and people are starting to get angry too because they're supposed to get cash prizes and stuff.
Tony's friend sucks. Raffle off.
How much time did you do?
Paddle boat.
I was supposed to do, like, Tony's like, you could probably do 30 minutes. I did 6 minutes. I had 6 minutes.
Sounds about 8 minutes too much.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that's all right. I'm out of here, guys. And then like the DJ's like, all right, now he's like, whatever that was, now back.
Back to the party.
And then the
Ever since you've been driving slowly.
the club.
Is that what made you drive slow?
The club manager's like, it was like, here, he gives me 2 drink tickets and a pack of cigarettes. And he's like, oh, there's also people are passing around plates of food or whatever, like, and you can just take food off of there. But that was for the party, of course. Of course I could take food off of it.
So you didn't make the mad cash that your buddy offered.
This guy's car flips over. Tony gets out of the car. He's like, I got to save the people in the car.
Tony's been working out his whole life for this moment.
He runs over to the car. He's got his jacket on. He tosses his jacket.
I would have thought DeWitt would have jumped in with your train story.
I just called 911. Just
DeWitt
called
also
911
got
like
trapped into a minivan one time
You
and thought
guys
it was he
are
was
cut
going to
from the
die.
same cloth. You're the Danish.
So-
Call that 911.
Let them handle it.
So he takes his jacket off and dramatically like tosses it across the highway.
Was it in slow motion?
No, but he like it.
Did it hit a windshield of a car and blind that person? And did they veered in and killed 6
No,
people?
but it looked cool. It looked cool.
He threw a jacket onto the highway.
Tony's
in
like,
the coolest way possible.
but I was like, what are you going to do for these people? And Tony's like, should we pull them out? And I'm like, well, if they have back injuries, you're not supposed to move them, you know? And he's like, oh, okay. And then, like, we get home, and he realized that he was holding on to all the bartender's money from that night in his jacket pocket.
Hey, wait, he didn't get his jacket
He
back?
had like $1,200 in cash that
No.
he threw into the middle of the highway.
But he got his jacket
Did you
back.
guys drive back?
No, we drove back. The jacket is gone. Like,
No
we
way.
can't find it anywhere.
Wait, I know he did
We
it
did-
for the dramatic, but was there any other practical reason that he
I
threw
don't know.
the jacket?
Couldn't he just set the jacket on the seat
and then he ran up and said, okay, we shouldn't move you guys.
Couldn't he have just worn the
Because-
jacket and done the fucking job?
without getting chilly?
That's such a horrible experience.
Was
with
the
that.
So
jacket-
that made you drive slow? The loss of
just-
the
You know
money?
what, though?
Driving real slow after
here
that.
is a...
Do you pick up jackets you find on the highway now from now on?
You probably should.
Yeah, if you're listening, you see a jacket in the highway, stop. It could have $1,200.
Here's the reason, though.
$1,200 of Tony's
Here's the
bartending
reason
money.
why you should drive slow. It also involves a flipped-over
Jesus.
car.
that O'Neill cost.
We used to go skiing in Canada.
Oh, boy.
And
Jesus.
one year, my buddy bought a $700 car, and we decided we'd go from Valparaiso up to Canada through the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
because you're geniuses.
And it scared the shit out of us. But on the way back, we kept calling him a pussy because he was driving so slow.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, kick it up a notch. Finally, we see a truck, SUV, that had turned over and slid into the woods. So we pulled over. And when we pulled over, we all got out of the car and we all slipped on our asses and we realized the road was complete ice.
Yeah.
So my buddy was doing the right thing. But then we went into the woods and the people were trapped in there and there was like snow packed on their faces and stuff. So we like dug the snow away.
Is this a lie?
This is a true story. I guarantee you. Upper Peninsula. We called it shooting the gauntlet.
UP.
Because there was a long stretch of highway where there was nowhere to pull over.
You're going to shoot the
And,
gauntlet,
but there was
bro.
nothing we could do for those people either. So someone else had pulled over, and
Were
they.
you playing the theme song to Drive yet again?
Now,
But that's why you should drive
Since
slow.
there's nothing for you to do for them, did you guys just pull out like a Smith & Wesson and put them out of their misery?
Shot 'em.
You shoot him and then beat off on
We
him.
shot him.
Fucking
Because
degenerate.
otherwise, aren't the Indians going to come and scalp them?
Native Americans,
Yeah.
please.
Show some respect, Andrew.
Wrong nomenclature.
So we told this guy that he was a pussy, but he really did the right thing and probably saved our life by driving like a
Dan
pussy.
gets really mad at me. I drive.
You're
like
doing
a
the right
pussy.
thing.
If you drive too slow in LA,
I
it's as
listen
bad
to
as speeding.
I listen to
It's like
Native
you're gonna fucking
American
die.
flute music in my car. I listen
Do
to
you?
yeah.
You fucking
I listen
don't.
to Enya in my car to keep myself nice
Fucking
and
hate
relaxed
you.
and calm.
I fucking hate
Do you drive in a
I'm
toga?
gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot, stop it.
You want to hear how hardcore my childhood was?
Wow.
So my old man, Al Danis, what's up, Al? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. He took me and my brother to
Send those nude pics.
Al Danis.
At gmail.com.
So my dad took me and he took me and my brother to the Muppets live show.
Yeah.
You ever see any of
yeah,
that?
Yes.
So we're like
Big fan of the Muppets.
we're pumped up. We're pumped up to go see Muppets live. And my dad's car breaks down on the way. And we're like,
What
oh,
was he driving? The SHO?
I think he was driving a shitty Pontiac at that time, a blue one. And my dad was like the guy who had the family, but he still kind of wanted to have a shitty sports car, and he like kept trying to keep the dream alive. But like,
So he's driving like a Pontiac Grand Prix,
Something-
like a Bonneville SSEI, the supercharged one.
something real lame. And so I think he may have run out of gas or something, whatever it was.
Christ,
So he grabs me and my brother by the hands, and he's like, "Look, we're gonna run across this highway. No matter what happens, do not stop." And so, like, we have to fucking, like, Frogger our way across the highway. And he's like, and then after, like, we did it. I think he got
And then you
whatever.
tried to stop because you saw a jacket on the highway. This might have $1,200 in it, Dad.
No, so right after, like, whatever, I think you got gas. We went to the Muppet Show. And he's like, no matter what happens, do not tell your mother about what happened.
Oh, Jesus.
So we go home, and my
Somebody
mom's like,
told.
how was the Muppets? And immediately, I'm like, guess what we did? We ran across the highway with Dad. My dad's like, oh, you fucking
mortified?
piece of shit. I think he was just pissed that, like, I fucked him over. I
So
don't
he
think
knew from now on never take
Yeah.
you on any secret mission.
Yeah, he's like, no more Muppet shows for Jeff.
In case you have to run across the highway. How about you just get more gas?
Yeah, it was technically his fault, but.
Jesus
That happened with
Christ.
my dad and his BMW all the time.
Wait, is that the BMW he made out of wood because he wasn't allowed to get a real one? Whatever, man. It was awesome. It was like a
Don't slam the door. It's made out of a sapling.
It was a life-size
Gonna break.
life-size pine tar derby car.
Hey, hold on a second. Your dad making things out of wood is a cool thing for
I think
a dad
your
to
dad
do.
drove like a Chevy Impala, but had a BMW emblem that he carved out of wood.
No, he had like a
And just-
65 BMW.
Dude,
It's
you're-
really nice. It
you're
was
talking-
convertible.
2002?
Dude, you're talking about
What
some
was it?
man.
No, like a 2002, like a 2002.
Yeah, it might have been. It was beige. It was.
Oh, okay. Now I know the model.
Dude, how about you
the
show
color?
how about you show some respect to the man who invented Stainmaster carpet?
Yeah,
Are we allowed
Yeah.
to talk about that?
It's true.
We get a signed family portrait from the Koch brothers every fucking
you
year
really?
at Christmas. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
it's really weird.
That's pretty sweet. Why? Because they spill a lot of shit?
No,
They own DuPont.
They own DuPont. You know, so that's
Dude, they should be sending your father a little something more than a signed picture.
Maybe some nunchucks.
Like maybe
maybe $1 million
every
year.
fucking Christmas.
If you're the Koch brothers and you want to send nude pictures or money to the DeWitt family, please send it to O'Neill the Ass
or
Kicker.
DeWitty at
That's
Gmail.
ONEILL, the ass kicker at yahoo.com.
But yeah, man. I mean, he loved that car that my mom made him get rid of it because he would take us out to go to the toy store and we would be like, "Yeah, Dad, put the convertible down. Like, let's."
Was it convertible?
Yeah, it was a
Your
convertible.
mom sounds like she ruined a lot of people's fun over the years.
And then like it would break down inevitably, and my mom would have to come pick us up, and she'd be so.
You sure this wasn't
pissed.
like an 80s 3 Series?
I don't know what it was.
here's the
dude.
thing with O'Neill.
Had
No
I can tell you what it smelled like.
No matter-
smelled
no-
like leather seats.
No matter
It's really
what,
nice.
no matter who O'Neill's with, if he drives by a car and he knows, like if he's with me and he knows I don't know what it is,
Or care.
or our other friend, and he's like, That is 1987 BMW 3i XX from Japan, imported. Like this long Rain Man
I
description.
can do that kind of stuff with swords.
This guy
I can't do it with cars. I can do it with swords.
Are you like samurai?
Yeah, like samurai swords, bastard swords.
Do you
European
know more than
swords.
Steven Seagal about samurai swords?
Probably not.
Because Sotheby's goes to him to appraise samurai
That's
swords.
not true.
That's true. It's either Sotheby's or
Christ.
Christie's.
But I think he's full of
conned his
shit.
way into
I think
that
he's
bullshit.
just. I think he's just the con artist.
Yeah, no, he's actually the most deadly fat man on earth.
Hey, show some respect, dude.
Well, no, he's not
He's not
deadly.
a fat person.
And he's
It's
not fat.
deadly.
And he's not
Yeah, and
fat.
he's not
No,
fat
he's
is
not
what you're
fat.
supposed to say.
I am much fatter than some people expect.
According to our iTunes reviews.
You're shockingly fat to some people.
I thought he was-
But to me, I'm not shocked by it at all.
I thought he was
I don't
fat
think you're
exaggerating.
fat.
I thought he was only this.
I don't
big.
think you're fat, and when you get those big biceps, people aren't going to be looking
Because
anywhere
you-
else.
No,
Well,
they're going to be
'cause
looking at my dick going in my wife when I'm fucking her in
When
front
we
of
have the Boner
everybody.
City fucking Radio City musical fuckathon where you can pay $150
What if
bucks
I
to
could
watch
see?
Andrew
What
fuck
if
his
that's
wife.
how my child was conceived, by having fans watch me fuck my wife?
I have a great idea for a
Oh.
Boner City
Well, then you'd have to
podcast.
bring the same fans to watch the birth.
Let's do a live
That's a
podcast.
Saturday-
Uh-huh.
That's not an erotic occasion.
Here's what we're gonna do.
this is I know where
We're
this
gonna
is
do a
be.
live podcast. We're gonna put DeWitt in a completely behind glass, like a clear
Like
room.
enclosed,
nobody can
like
touch him.
Like a
And he'll
bulletproof
be
lucette
he'll
room.
be mic'd so he can take part in the podcast, but we're all just gonna discuss DeWitt's fucking in front of this live
But
audience.
I want DeWitt's ass pressed up against the glass.
And then we can get Vanessa from the Cosby Show to say Andrew DeWitt's fucking was filmed in front of a live studio audience. I can't wait to see
I think,
fuck,
hey,
dude.
if we get a petition going
We're not
and a
gonna-
lot of people
oh,
sign
Jesus.
it, how many signatures would you need in order to really go through with this?
It's not
from
a signature.
fans.
It's
His
not.
body has to be in good
My
shape. He has
body
to be
has
thin.
to
but it's a
so-
contest.
Dude, but
Sorry,
I
if you
think-
don't know what we're talking about, last episode, DeWitt said that if he loses weight and
How
his
many-
body looks good, he will have sex in front of strangers.
How many signatures
Now, here's
would
the
your
deal.
wife need to go along with it?
I don't
Seven.
know. I
At
feel,
least 7.
I feel like it's going to
Maybe
take a
8.
little finessing. It's going to take
What?
us some finessing to get my wife to be able to do this.
I think
that's why I'm saying the signatures.
I think she's
I
in.
don't know if she gives a fuck about a bunch of people signing a piece of
Well,
paper.
then she's not
saying
into
they-
democracy.
All right,
Is
Danis,
she?
we have time for one more chunk. What other thing do you want to cover?
I got to discuss, as we all know,
Oh,
I took a
Jesus.
lot of flack. A, for having a day-to-day calendar because everyone uses their stupid phones. 2, for having a calendar that was about shit and fecal matter. But it was a great calendar. I had a great
Well,
2012
that's because
with
there's
it.
so many good Dave Barry lighter side.
I
calendars.
was genuinely saddened when the year ended, and I felt the pressure of having to go get another calendar.
Was that termite? The termite fact? Your last day?
No, the last day was shitty, but that termite.
It's crazy.
The fun fact of the termite is they have the worst farts in the animal kingdom because they eat the wood and it does something crazy.
But they said termite farts are responsible for more methane in the air than cars and industry.
That's impossible.
Well, how much
Paid
methane?
for-
But
paid
how much
for by
methane?
British Petroleum. These facts paid for.
How
by
much does
British
methane-
Petroleum. Three
Oh,
days-
methane's
is in
not-
car exhaust in it?
Oh, but probably not more than cows. though.
Hashtag
Not
awesome
more than
calendar.
Cows are responsible for more cars. Cows in near Los Angeles are responsible for more methane than cars and
Yeah, the
industry
ones
in
that's
Los
not-
Angeles
okay,
because
that's-
there's not
that's
that much in there. But
great.
it's still a pretty crazy fact.
Okay.
So today I went to the famous shopping area in the Hollywood area,
Where?
the Grove.
Oh, the Grove.
Outside mall, you can see I saw Mario Lopez filming Shitty Extra while tourists applauded and clapped.
Yep.
At the,
Did you ride the trolley?
I did not ride the
I
trolley.
went to the fucking Mac store there 2 weeks ago, and the cocksuckers are the biggest assholes in the world, so they can fucking eat a dick.
Any Grove
They're the
Mac
mountain. They're the
stores are
mountain. They're the
worst.
mountain high of fucking computer stores. They can suck my dick. They
Dan
fucking
hates
suck.
him. He texted me about it. He hated
Oh, I
it
was
so
almost gonna
much.
fucking.
Where
Where
is
is
it,
that
Dan?
guy?
Let's give him a shout out. Where is it?
The Apple Store at the Grove can suck.
If you
my
want to
dick.
feel
Fuck
better
you
about
guys.
it,
Yeah,
go
fuck
into
you
the
guys.
Barnes and Nobles there. Very nice place.
Yeah, they are. That is a nice Barnes and Noble.
3 stories.
3 stories. They got a Starbucks in the 3rd story. Second story is where like they'll help you like with it. They have the
Second story is very small.
But second and third
Oh, I
stories
got
where they
a
have
Nook.
they
I got
have
Nooks, I'll
the
bring it in.
little thing there where the people working around the counter. They'll find you any book and they'll like walk you to the book.
I
They're,
can't
like,
go to
super nice.
Barnes and Nobles because I'm overwhelmed by their car magazine selection. It's too much. I just like get.
What the fuck? That's like
It's
not going
true.
to a strip club because the chicks are too hot. Oh,
It's
they're
like
too
I
hot.
get
My
a
dick gets
headache
too hard.
from reading so many because they have all the foreign. They have Top Gear, they have Evo, They have a car. They have all the good shit, and I'm just like blown away because I have to consume it all, so I can't even go in there.
Now,
You
I feel
don't,
the
but
same
you
way
absolutely
because
don't
they
have to
have
do
in the
that.
human sexuality section, they have like 365 sex positions a year. They
That
have,
you
like,
can do in front of
pictures
people?
and pictures of
Fucking
people
for
fucking.
strangers.
That was actually one of the calendars I had one year was like funny sexual positions. It got kind of old after about a week.
It's basically-
And that's hard because you're in it for a fucking year,
Yeah.
dude.
But some of the positions were like, it's like missionary. Now it's missionary where you're like on your toes.
or like
something.
You have a
Guys,
party favor in your mouth.
yeah, it was like
One hand in the air.
Yeah, it was that. That's
It
a
was
brand new move.
That was
now.
a rough year. You see how this day to day you're stuck.
So
And I
there's a
use
lot
it.
riding on it. So
There's
you,
a lot
you put
riding.
a lot of thought into it.
So I go into the store today.
I think this is going to get old.
I think this is going to be good.
Okay.
And they're 50% off
but you
because
said
you wait a week.
Jew Christmas, yeah.
So you wait a week, 50%. These are expensive, like $14.
Jesus.
I just get the ones from State Farm.
for free.
So I'm looking around, and
And you said
there
it's-
is the aforementioned Dave Barry.
You said it's Slim Pickens, though, this
They
year.
took him off the shelves and just put him in this like shitty car because they were literally about to get rid of it. There was one where it's fucking Modern Family and it's your favorite lines from the show. Who gets that? I was like, who buys this?
Modern Family's funny, but who the fuck is quoting Modern Family?
Then there was one for The Office, like the American Office, and it's like, who loves The Office?
Dewitt would do that. He quotes The Office all
Would
the
you?
time.
It's just because I've watched it so many times, it helps me to relax to just put it on Netflix in the background.
So do you just turn the volume off and turn on Enya when you watch The Office?
It's Enya Audio, fucking Office video.
It's they say if you play Enya's third album to the third season, second episode of The Office, it's just like
syncs up
The Wizard of
perfectly.
Oz and Pink
Oh yeah,
Floyd
In Memory
Dark
of
Side.
Trees. If you play the album In Memory of Trees,
Yeah,
to the
that's what I'm talking about.
Idiot. Back to Danish's
So I
story.
was in Barnes & Noble, and I was getting worried. There was a Civil War fax. There was a lefties. I'm a lefty, but I don't give a shit about
What
facts
would the
about
facts
lefties.
about- how many facts about
left-handed people
lefties?
facts? How many
Yeah,
are there?
I don't know. It's like, did you know that Tootie from Facts of Life was a lefty?
Oh,
I
it's
don't
gonna be
know
all
that.
that sort of
who
shit.
gives a fuck?
And then it was
That's all. It starts with "Did you know that blank from blank had
Yeah.
used her left
There was
hand?"
a Dilbert, and I was like, this sucks. But then I saw this beauty sitting there, and it's the People of Walmart calendar. And you got some great white trash going into Walmart.
I
having a
feel
good
like
time.
you're 3 years too late on the people of Walmart.
It was.
but it's at 50% off, A.
Okay.
And I'm
and
coming
B,
off a shit calendar,
Danish,
so I gotta.
Danish is not real plugged in. He doesn't have a smartphone. He's not really into the computer
Oh,
that much. So
okay.
and
he
he
didn't see
didn't
all
grow
that
up
shit.
in the Midwest where you actually see these
The people of Walmart.
That is
Yeah.
true. Walmart was very late getting
So
to
did
me.
they not have a keyboard cat calendar?
They
there?
did have it. They had an ugly cat calendar and then a regular cat calendar. But I
Ugly
don't like
cat.
cats. No offense to you,
Ugly
Dan.
cat I would have been into.
Dude, by the end of the month, you're gonna be so sick of this fucking.
But it's just the
calendar.
pi-
so but
It's
you
just the
brought in
picture,
like
though.
the first like 8 or 10, and they're pretty fucking.
How many
good.
toothless fatzos can you look
No,
at?
they don't do. We figured it out before the show. They don't do a lot of face shots because they probably need releases for those.
Well,
Just a
yeah.
lot of back shots.
Well, this lady's
Somebody
toothless.
drove a car into this one in Minnesota, into the aisle. No damage, it looks like.
yeah, but you could do that. Those things. Those.
Where do you
Walmarts-
go in the door?
Dude, Walmart's have like bay doors, dude. They're
what
like
about
a
the
fucking warehouse.
What about the handicap?
Probably drove
greeter?
right through the glass doors.
They probably killed
Yeah.
the handicap greeter.
No, there's a lady that has a fucking gunt that looks like a fanny pack. That is awesome.
I call that a fupa.
And then a lady that has like double E
I prefer
titties
that.
on her back sticking out of a tank top. So
Back
Now, would you
titties.
fuck those back titties, Dan?
I know someone looking at me who just asked me a question who would undoubtedly.
they look like
Would you titty fuck those?
I would titty fuck her back titties. I put some.
you put some
that?
Crisco.
I put some butter. I put
Danish,
some
leave those
fucking
two pictures. I'll put them on the show notes. I'll
unsalted
scan them and I'll
butter.
put them on the show notes for the show.
To me, they look like
she should put nipples on those.
They look like angel
Draw,
wings.
get like a
Draw
Sharpie mark on
nipples.
draw
Yeah.
nipples.
tattoos. They look like a fat angel wings made of fat.
There was this porno I saw.
Jesus
Oh, boy.
Christ.
Speaking of
Oh,
fatties,
no.
There's this porno I saw back in college called "Eat My Big Fat Asshole," and it was like,
Wow.
I love
Was it
part
a
seven.
huge
Little
fat lady?
verbose, but
was
it's-
she getting fucked by a black guy and he kept losing his boner?
no,
Was it the black guy that brought pizza? Because I saw that one in college.
I don't know if he-
Our friend
I
Susie
just-
showed me that.
I didn't
Dude,
see the pizza
Susie-
part, but he
so
kept,
this was
kept losing his
Susie
boner.
Henschel, who's going to be doing a podcast at our Explosion pretty soon, probably. She came in the office and she was addicted to fat lady porn in college, and
what?
she made us watch it. It was so fucking gnarly.
Wait, you went to college with her?
I knew her in college. Yeah. And she was fucking.
did she?
She was insane.
Is that before you dropped out to get your veneers?
okay? I don't. What was
You
that?
took your semester off to get your veneers and then came back.
Such an idiot.
so.
Your mother went
No,
to college.
there was no dudes in it. It was like hot chicks who were like being forced to eat this big fat woman's asshole. And the thing,
Jesus
Did you
Christ.
tell me you had to rent this?
the thing, no,
Or
I
did
didn't
you
rent
draw it?
I paid. I put my credit card into a website to download the whole thing. And then the lady from Visa called me and was like,
Someone stole your card. You're like,
Yeah.
no.
I'm a scumbag.
You're like, no, I like,
And I was like-
Eat Your Asshole Part 7.
I was like, what's the description? And I was like, yeah, that's me. But
She said you made the lady from Visa have to say eat your asshole.
Did you
whatever.
try?
Yeah,
Did you
dude,
try to
yeah.
have phone sex with that lady on the phone?
no, in
What are you
college I
looking
did
like?
try to have phone sex with a cold call that went to my dorm room one time though, and a chicken.
How far did it get? Oh.
I got to the point where I told her I was stroking my dick, and I felt like she was. I felt like she was kind of into it because I talked about going to a nudist beach.
Idiot.
I talked about going to a nudist beach. I said I just got back from a nudist beach, and she goes, "Oh my, that sounds exciting. I'd never."
So what were you into? 'Cause you didn't even know what she looked like.
Who gives a shit,
Dude, it was like a joke. It wasn't like he was like, I'm going to really.
No,
I really
it wasn't
mean,
a
yeah.
joke.
Oh, was? You
You
were?
wanted a phone sex, dude. It wasn't a joke.
It was
Yeah,
both.
this isn't shtick.
No, it was
Were there
both.
people
He wanted,
around?
he
Were there
wanted to
people
come,
around?
dude. He was hoping
Oh,
to
you're
come
by
from his-
yourself?
was-
That's sad.
But it was both.
I mean, I thought your buddies were around. It was a good laugh.
That's like calling 411 and be like, "What are you wearing,
No,
baby?"
it was both a joke, and
It was
I was
di-
really gonna come.
It was
you
dick
know?
shtick.
Yeah. So anyway, like I got to the point where like she was like, "That sounds exciting." Like, what were you? So you got totally naked there? I could tell she was like kind of into it, you know. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm stroking my dick right now." And she was
Click.
like, "No, she didn't. She didn't hang up
Is
on
that how
me."
you said it? Because that's like very kind of nonchalant.
No,
like,
no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm stroking my dick right now.
You
It's
should have
great.
at least. You should have gone a little
And
further
she
before you.
was breathing really heavy, and then I got like
She was
She might have
overweight.
been fat,
She was
dude.
having a heart attack.
I got extremely freaked out at what I was doing. I was like, they could trace this call, and then I just fucking hung
Oh
up.
my
I just
God.
hung up.
You know what? She probably thought you came right then and hang up, you idiot.
I did.
She was breathing hard because
I was just kidding.
she was sitting on her commode in her fucking living room taking a shit.
Anyway,
Did you
so
finish?
back
Did you
to
blow your load?
back to eat my big
No
fat
comment.
asshole.
I will.
I did
Oh.
later. I was so nervous it took me a few hours before I could finish beating off. Like I was too
to this
nervous
big to these fat ladies.
Were you just
eating
waiting?
another fat-
No, to the phone sex.
Were you just
person.
waiting by the phone? Come on, cold callers.
Oh, you were scared that she was going to call back and bust you?
No, I was afraid she was going to report me to the
To what? The Dick Strokers Association?
For she was going to call his mom and report
Call
her
the-
tackiness.
for being tacky.
Call like a nudist colony and say that you were posing as a nudist?
Okay, so anyway, so in this porno, these chicks like there's a
I
lot.
think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, but this is the
Eat my
thing I
big
wanted-
fat
No,
ass.
I didn't. But I didn't know it was to be hot chicks eating a fat chick's ass. That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
it's hot chicks.
These and at the beginning of the porno, everyone's like the hot chicks are mean to the fat girl.
Uh-oh.
They're like, "You big fat bitch," and then like the girl pins her down. It's like, "Well, you're gonna have to lick my big fat ass."
Good for her, man.
Anyway,
How long was this movie?
her.
40 seconds?
it's
Did
not-
Joe Rogan come out and like, dear, fear is not a factor for you?
So here's the thing that I thought was so funny about it, and I was reminded because of by those back titties. I was reminded of this chick. As soon as these girls would start eating the ass, dead silence on set. No one's moaning. No one's just doing anything.
Oh,
it's just like they just
like a
had-
funeral?
Yeah, it's like literally you can tell that these
People
girls,
aren't turned on like, ooh, yeah.
Were the girls
do
like
it.
pushing each other out of the way to get to the asshole?
No, it's
By
one
pushing
at a
each
time.
other towards the asshole.
No, it's one girl
Oh,
at a time.
the girl in
One
line
girl
behind
at
is
a
just like
time.
you can see her all tense.
And then when that girl has to throw up, the other girl comes in.
And these girls, they look pissed off, like that they're having.
so
to
they're
do
probably
this.
just cutting their teeth in porn. Like this
I
is their
only,
first shoot.
or they're at the end of their career.
Yeah,
but if they're
it's true,
hot,
too,
they
but
might
they're
be
hot. I don't know.
They have
I
Maybe they did
Uh,
something that fucked up their
But I
career.
remember thinking to myself,
blackballed.
This is like the punishment.
like I
they got
wanted,
AIDS.
I wanted.
Your choice is you can either.
I wanted there to be more talking or whatever, but like even the
Like what? Like how much they enjoyed
You're
it.
the only
Yeah.
person watching porno that wants more talk.
I like talking,
but like at
but
the
sexual talk.
Because you're like a fucking deviant.
at the very beginning.
Oh,
You're
unlike
like
that.
a sexual Hannibal Lecter, dude. I don't even want to.
I like how
know
he likes the sexual talking in porno, not that regular talking about sports.
No,
and,
but
like,
I don't like. I like.
what porno has.
You're so. I don't want to know what you
non-sexual
like.
talking.
Oh, yeah, I
dude.
won't
it's
get into
fucking
it.
dark.
At the
terrible.
beginning of the porno, the lady's like, "Yeah, you better eat that asshole. Get right in my fucking filthy crack or whatever." She's
Oh.
saying all this stuff, right? And then
Oh, God.
the
Jesus.
girl's doing it. It's like, and she's like, "So you like eating that ass?" And the girl's just like, "Uh huh."
Did it turn
And
you
then
on?
like, she's like, "Uh huh." And then like,
Did it turn you on? This.
No, this is why it didn't turn me on, and
Oh,
I
no.
regretted buying
The
the whole
dumbest
fucking
idea.
thing for like $30,
dumbest
and then
reason.
like weird charges
Oh
on my
my
credit
God.
card for
Can
like
you-
2 more years.
Do you still have access?
I don't
to that?
think so. I don't think so. I'm sure you could find it. I'm sure you can find it. Anyway, so what the thing that turned me off is the camera pans over and the fat girl is like beet red. Her face is like beet red, and
Why?
she looks humiliated that the other girl isn't enjoying eating her ass.
Oh, she's like sad
and
and
I was smoking weed at the time, so I was like really like analyzing their thoughts, and I was like, this girl is embarrassed about how gross her ass tastes to this beautiful girl, and so nobody's into it.
She's probably mad because the beautiful girl has all her toes and she doesn't because she has like diabetes.
You know what?
I felt so bad for everybody.
I feel bad for the producer and the director that this was like his dream. He's like, oh, I'm gonna.
I feel bad for the fucking visa lady that had to call you to say,
She is the true victim in the whole story.
Yeah. Oh,
She's like,
God, I got
watching
to call over this? And then it turns out to be true?
I may write
Dude, she
a
probably
letter
told
for her
people.
next episode.
The apologist. Oh shit! All right, let's wrap it up. Hey, this is our first ever real time update on our Facebook page at facebook.com/DoorExplosion. Adam Kuntz left us a fucking awesome message. He
I
said,
love the Kuntz.
No, wait. With Xbox's debut of the Internet Explorer app, the first site I navigated to was DoorExplosion.com. Now I can listen to Boner City in surround sound. Beautiful auditory debauchery. The first thing he does with his Xbox is listen to Boner City.
Give him a wooga and a surround sound.
There you go, Coonsy. Awooga.
Coots! It's surround sound.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for posting that. We'll mention that on the other podcast, too. That's fucking dope. And Mike68 said, dude, thanks for the shout out. That made my shit week better. So thank you, Mike68.
Mike.
Fuck yeah.
I think Mike is. Do
why
you
we're
think
here.
he's 6'8"?
I think it's a military call sign or something.
I think he's
on
maybe
AFT
born
thing.
in '68.
Maybe.
I think he's got...
Born in 6'8". I don't know.
Maybe one more. He does the 69er.
Maybe he lost weight and his dick went from 6 to 8 inches like somebody else we know.
Is
that
Yours
true?
went from 6 to 8 inches?
Yeah, it's
No,
almost
8 inches?
Yeah,
Your dick's almost 8 inches.
It's 7.5 inches.
You have a
now.
7.5 inch
Oh,
dick.
God.
Erect or soft?
Erect.
So you could get that extra half inch with this weight loss.
Bro, if he
I'm
goes another 90
almost
pounds,
positive
dude.
I can.
Dude, think of this.
positive I can.
How
You got a
sweet the fucking
decent-sized
hey,
dick.
O'Neal, how about this though?
8-inch
Think how
dick.
sweet this is. Like even more impetus for you to train him and get him lose. He loses that weight. You're watching him fuck his wife with a sweet 8-inch cock,
And
dude.
the biggest arms ever.
And the biggest
As
arms
long as
ever,
they-
8-inch cock, dick in his wife.
At
You're
my
watching it.
heaviest, it was 5.5 inches, and I thought that was not enough. That's
Oh,
not enough of a
you're
dick.
so you got 2 inches out of your weight loss?
Oh yeah.
And he thinks he can get another half.
Wait, so-
if he gets another
shit.
half, dude.
Who gets 2? How fat were you? 800 pounds?
300 pounds.
800 pounds.
Look how fat O'Neal is. Look
To
how
get
fat
2 inches out of your dick, you'd have to lose like 500 pounds.
No,
Dude, if you
man.
lose more weight, you may have like an 18-inch cock.
DeWitt's 97
This
pounds.
is a real motivator for
You may have
me,
a
man.
totem pole cock.
This is the first time.
Hey, why don't we do a Boner City following how big DeWitt's dick gets, follow his weight loss, but instead of pounds, we'll do it in inches.
This is the first time. It's
Another
not.
half
Just
inch.
to be clear, it's not 8 inches yet. This is the first time it's ever been over
Let's
7
strive
inches.
for 8
you know?
inches.
And I was like, it's over 7 inches.
What's
now
your
we're getting
goal?
into- I wanted to get
12.
7.5 or 8 inches. Man.
You want 12?
I would like 8 inches.
12
I
inches.
want an 8-inch.
So, and when you measure,
I
you
feel
measure
like it's possible.
When you measure, you stick the tape measure 6 inches into your asshole and then wrap it around, right?
Why are you being a dick about
Why are you
this?
so mad about his dick, O'Neal?
I'm kidding. It was a joke. I'm not mad.
Yeah,
Write him
right.
a letter, dude.
DeWitt, you look pissed.
Anyway.
No, it's just that I'm
Well,
really happy.
Support his big dick.
Support his big
we're
dick,
fucking
O'Neal.
right.
Because
You're the one
Touch
that
it.
wants to watch him fuck.
I used to say-
O'Neal, if you play your cards right and he keeps in his diet, you're going to see that dick, dude.
Yeah,
Get
But I really
excited.
no, but I really do think we should follow your weight loss by your dick size.
so
It's never been done before.
You want to do
I
it
don't think
yourself,
it
you
has been
fucking
done.
pervert?
No, we're gonna give him. He's gonna do it himself.
What do you measure it with? A ruler, a tape
I
measure?
use one of those cloth measure, like tailor measure things.
Did you buy it at the tailor at Cloth World
No,
just
I
for
take-
that?
no, I take it out my wife's sewing kit.
Do you? Oh God! Do you chart it?
No, I haven't charted it.
You don't have like a dick
You should have.
constellation
You
chart?
did fuck up. You should have been charting it, dude.
I don't think I should have charted it.
Chart it.
Here's the thing, though.
Well,
Here's
he's
the thing.
5.5 inches at 300 pounds.
Yeah. Now listen. That I used to say, well, my dick is average size, but it's thick. Now I'm very happy to say that my dick is better than average size.
And it's still. Wait.
thick.
Oh, it
It's
didn't get
still
your dick
thick.
didn't get skinny.
You don't lose
Well,
fat
I don't
out of your
know,
dick.
dude.
It's not like I have fat
lost
deposits.
a
in
What do
my
you have, like an
butt.
8-inch like Ticonderoga pencil dick? Then you're all fucked
So
up.
what do you think is what? I mean, what?
How big can it get?
Yeah,
is what you're thinking.
length
How
is it
big can you
supposed to
go?
be?
How much dick is in there?
If you
dick
become
is in that
anorexic,
body?
if you become anorexic, will you have like 11-inch dick?
No, I think I'm gonna max out
What's
at
your-
8 inches.
what's
I don't
I think
know,
I'm gonna
dude.
max
I
out at 8
like to
inches.
think that you're gonna go bigger, dude.
Dude, I gotta know your dictionary. What's that thing gonna get to?
I think I'm only gonna get to 8 inches, but I think I can get there. I really think I can.
I think
Hey,
you can get.
if you're rooting for Andrew to get more dick, email O'Neill the ass kicker.
and not like get more dick as in like sucking it and stuff,
he
but
means like gain more
Yeah.
dick inches.
gain
or
more
Sorry,
length
more-
in his dick through
Sorry.
weight
All
loss.
right, let's. Okay, you fucking perverts. Let's
Hey,
wrap
can
it
I
up.
just say hi to a friend real quick?
Absolutely.
Hey, Pete, how you doing, brother?
Great. Really, I'm glad you're prepared. I made his fucking day with that heartfelt shout out.
Dude, he's a
Fucking
big fan. Big fan.
He is. He listens to every episode as soon as they debut.
In surround
Pete,
sound.
and he
In 3D.
supported us when no one else did.
Okay.
Pete.
Well, speaking of that, yeah, like I said, Boner City has moved to its own iTunes channel, so be sure to subscribe to Boner City on iTunes or the RSS feed of its own, which is whatever the fuck you can find through our website or explosion.com. And like you said at the beginning of the show, it is not free to host these goddamn things. We're doing so many episodes now, so please go to shop.explosion.com, buy a Boner City t-shirt and or stickers and or something else
Wait,
awesome.
can I give one legit shout out? This
Oh,
one's legit.
Jesus Christ. Well, Pete,
That one to
Pete
Pete
really
was
is your
legit.
friend. It was
No,
legit.
this-
It was just
Pete
shitty.
was
It's
a
not-
No, but
legit.
this
Hey,
one,
Pete,
no, this one,
Pete,
you,
thanks for
this
listening.
one isn't
That's
a
rad.
mockery.
All right.
This
That
one
one
is
for Pete isn't a mockery.
Not a mockery.
either.
You're
Let him
just
do
shitty
it.
at
We
it.
got to sign out.
Pete, I love you. The girl who left the comment, I forget her first name. Her last name is Hinkle.
Jessica.
Jessica Hinkle, I'm happy to see a female fan step up to the forefront. I think it's our first to publicly acknowledge.
Yeah, and if you like our podcast, share it with your fucking friends. Send them the link or whatever. If you can't post on Facebook, it's dirty. We understand. But tell your friends, play it for friends, get them to subscribe.
So
to
what's
it.
up, Jessica Hinkle? How you doing?
And help me
All right.
lose that weight because I got
Yes.
an 8-inch wank buried under this fat, dude. I
Jesus Christ.
promise
Help him
you.
mine it
All
out.
right. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for listening.